Right now, 1 trillion machines are keeping you alive without your permission. You're not one thing, you're a city of 37 trillion cells. Almost none of them know you exist. They don't think about you. They don't wait for instructions. They just work. This work never stops. Even as you watch this video, the machinery is running at full throttle. Start with the loudest machine. Your heart. It just beat once. It'll beat again. There's no off switch. By tonight, it'll have beaten 100,000 times. It pumps 2,000 gallons of blood through you. It's been doing this since you were a fetus the size of a jelly bean. Think about that. Before you had a brain or eyes or bones, you had a pump. That pump started. It hasn't stopped since. It'll beat 2.5 billion times in your life. It's the most reliable machine ever built. You didn't build it. Follow what the heart pumps. Blood. Right now, 25 trillion red blood cells are moving through you. Each one lives about 120 days. Then it dies. Your spleen disassembles it. It reclaims the iron and sends it back to your bone marrow to build a new one. You're constantly being demolished and rebuilt. Here's what I want you to sit with. The red blood cell carrying oxygen to your eye right now isn't the same one from 10 seconds ago. That one is gone. Replaced. Your blood isn't a static fluid. It's a moving stream of disposable couriers. They live and die for you without knowing you exist. These couriers travel a huge delivery network. If you laid every blood vessel in your body in a line, it'd stretch 60,000 miles. That's more than twice around the Earth. This whole network fits inside you. It's folded and compressed into a space the size of your body without tangling. How does it fit? The vessels branch like a tree. Your aorta is wide enough for a golf ball, but at the end of every branch is a tiny capillary. A red blood cell has to squeeze through it. It deforms and folds in half to get through. It crushes itself to deliver oxygen to a single cell right now. Where did that oxygen come from? You breathed it in. Without thinking, you're breathing. You'll breathe 20,000 times today. The reason you breathe isn't what you think. You don't breathe for oxygen. You breathe to get rid of carbon dioxide. Oxygen is a bonus. The reflex is triggered by waste removal. That changes how you think about breathing. You're not inhaling fuel, you're exhaling exhaust. You're a slow-motion combustion engine. Your mouth and nose are the exhaust pipe. Every time you exhale, you vent the waste of a chemical reaction. It happens in every cell without you asking. That reaction is cellular respiration. It happens in you 100 trillion times per second. Inside every cell, glucose breaks down. Oxygen unlocks the energy in its bonds. That energy is captured and moved where it's needed. 100 trillion reactions per second. You feel nothing. This brings us to the strangest currency in biology: ATP. Every muscle twitch and nerve signal runs on ATP. Your body produces 100 million trillion ATP molecules every second. That number is too big to grasp. Every one of those molecules is used and recycled within a minute. You're not storing energy. You're not a battery. You're a fountain. Energy flows through you constantly. It's made, spent, and remade. If ATP production stopped for a few seconds, you'd die. You're not a container. You're a process. A flame. Machinery you can't feel maintains that flame right now. Go deeper. Inside each cell is a microscopic structure called the ribosome. It's a machine. A literal machine with moving parts. Its job is reading genetic code to build proteins. Right now, your ribosomes are building 2 million proteins every second. Each protein is a chain of amino acids folded into a precise shape. The shape is the function. Here's the most beautiful thing in biology. A protein comes off the assembly line as a straight chain. It has no function. It's just a string of beads. Then it folds. It spontaneously folds into a shape. The shape determines what it does. It could become an enzyme or a hormone or a muscle fiber. The folding is the meaning. It happens in milliseconds. Sometimes the folding goes wrong. The protein becomes a rogue, it clumps, it sticks to other misfolded proteins. This is Alzheimer's, this is Parkinson's, this is mad cow disease. The diseases that terrify us aren't caused by invaders. They're caused by the folding machine making mistakes. The machine is incredible. It's not perfect. Who checks the work? Another machine called a chaperone protein. Chaperone proteins grab newly built proteins. They help them fold correctly. They hold them in place and shield them from the crowded cell. They give them space to find their shape. Without chaperones, life would collapse in minutes. You have quality control workers inside you right now. This is just one cell. You have 37 trillion cells. Each one does all of this all the time. They make ATP, build proteins, fold them, and recycle them. Your body isn't a thing, it's an ongoing event. It's a verb. You're not a noun, you're a verb. The verb is happening right now. Switch to the fastest system, your nervous system. Right now, signals are moving through your brain at 120 meters per second. That's 270 miles per hour inside your skull. These signals aren't even electrical in the normal sense. They're waves of sodium and potassium cascading down thin tubes called axons. You're full of tiny wires firing right now. Your brain uses these signals to do something no one understands. You have 86 billion neurons. Each one connects to 10,000 others. That's 100 trillion connections. Through those connections, something emerges. Memory and perception. The feeling that you're you. No one can explain how ions moving becomes the experience of seeing red. The gap between physical and experienced is the deepest mystery in science. It's happening in you right now. While the brain does this, it's also being cleaned. The glymphatic system only works when you sleep. It flushes fluid through your brain tissue. It washes out the waste that builds up during the day. If you don't sleep, the waste accumulates. Sleep deprivation feels like poisoning because it is. You're poisoned by your own brain waste if you don't sleep enough. Your body is running, cleaning, and breathing. It's also defending itself. Right now, millions of pathogens are trying to get in. Bacteria on your skin, viruses in the air, fungi on every surface you touch. Your immune system is fighting them. Not sometimes, right now, constantly. Your skin is the first wall. It's a barrier about 2 square meters. It's shed and rebuilt continuously. You shed 1,000 skin cells every second. The dust in your house is mostly you. You're falling apart and being rebuilt at the same time. The falling apart is part of the design. The wall is a moving front. Behind the wall is the army. Your immune system has 2 main branches. The innate system is fast and brutal. It doesn't care what the enemy is. The adaptive system is slow and precise. It learns. The adaptive system remembers. It's why you don't get measles twice. It's why vaccines work. Your body has a library of every pathogen it's ever fought. It's updating that library right now. The adaptive system has a poetic weapon, the antibody. An antibody is a Y-shaped protein. The tips of the Y are adjustable. Your body makes 10 billion different antibodies by shuffling genes. It's like a combination lock with 10 billion combinations. When the right one fits a pathogen, that cell clones itself. Millions of copies. They all make the same antibody. They all target the same enemy. Your body is a fortress with a library and a weapons factory. All of this runs without you thinking about it. You don't tell your heart to beat. You don't tell your ribosomes to build proteins. You don't tell your immune system to scan for threats. The machinery is autonomous. It's silent. It's older than your conscious mind by hundreds of millions of years. You inherited it. You didn't earn it. That inheritance is what I keep coming back to. The machinery of being alive isn't yours. Evolution built it. 1 billion years of survival tested it. It was passed to you through an unbroken chain of living things back to the first cell. You're the current output of a billion-year program. The program doesn't care about your plans. It just runs. What's happening in your body right now? Your heart beat. 2.5 red blood cells were recycled. You shed 1,000 skin cells. You built 2 million proteins. You produced 100 million trillion ATP molecules. Your brain fired 10,000 neurons. Your immune system scanned a few pathogens. You felt none of it. That's the strange thing about being alive. The most important things happening in you are the ones you can't feel. The conscious part of you is a thin layer. It's watching this video. It's thinking about tomorrow. It's worrying about rent. It sits on top of a vast silent engine. The engine is what's keeping you here. The engine is what you actually are. The thinking part is a passenger. One day the engine will stop. Not because it failed. It was always going to stop. The same program that built you includes the end. Your cells have a limit. They can divide about 50 times. Then they enter a state called senescence. They stop dividing. They accumulate. The system that was so good at rebuilding falls behind. Demolition outpaces construction. That's aging, not a disease. The program finishing. When you think about your body, don't think of it as a thing you own. Think of it as a process you're inside of. A river flowing for 1 billion years. You're the current ripple. The machinery is running right now. It's keeping you here. It's silent. It doesn't need you to understand it. If you can feel the scale of what's happening inside you, you're not just alive. You're awake. That's the rarest thing a body can do. If this made you feel the machinery inside you, subscribe. More silent engines coming soon.